My name is Ganesh Anantaraman and I am the director of Sampurna. I have an 11-year-old son called Anant who was diagnosed to be on the autism spectrum when he was around 2. Autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder that impacts a person's ability to interact with the world and interact with other people. And children with autism, particularly, have issues about social interaction, about communicating with peers, and may have unusual and repetitive behaviors. They are also more likely to remain focused in their own inner world as against interacting much with the external world. Anant must have just been turning 3 when one day I had this amazing discovery. He had not yet started speaking full sentences, but he was listening to a particular song that he loved very much that particular day. And he suddenly turned around and looked at me and repeated the song, the first line of the song in full, keeping the tune and the beat perfectly. And it was amazing because then I realized that perhaps music is the way to communicate with him and get him to communicate with us and also develop many other skills in him which any child on the autism spectrum would require.
I am Kavita, Anand's mother. From a very young age, we have been struck by Anand's musicality. And as I interacted with more children on the autism spectrum, I began to realize that many of them have a very keen sense of music. I kept thinking, how can this exceptional talent be nurtured? How can we provide a platform for this brilliance which is locked up somewhere inside them? We didn't know where to start or how to start, but decided to plunge in. We organized a workshop for 10 children and their families, which was conducted by Bombay Jayashree, the eminent Carnatic musician, and her students. And the workshop was a revelation. In spite of a new environment and new people, the music ensured that children's anxiety decreased noticeably and they became so much more calmer. We decided we had to take this forward. We were extremely fortunate that Abhinaya, one of Bombay Jayashree's students, decided to come and sing for our children.
Sometime in September 2012, I happened to be reading this book called Music Therapy, Sensory Integration and the Autistic Child, written by Dr. Dorita Berger, who is a US-based music therapist. And it felt like a whole new world of using music as a tool for teaching many things to children on the autism spectrum was opening out in front of me. As I was getting more and more absorbed in the book, one evening my wife came back from a meeting with some folks at SAP Labs, and she said, guess what, they are willing to fund the starting of a music therapy center for children with autism if they can find someone who will run and develop the program. So without quite thinking twice about it, I ended up saying, yes, I will do it. And that's how Sampurna came into being.
Hi, I'm Shruti. I am a consultant music therapist working at Sampurna. But I've done my engineering in computer science and worked with Infosys for like 6 long years. But music has always been my passion and I'm a trained Carnatic musician. Music therapy is not about teaching music, but it's about addressing the autism goals through music and usage of musical instruments. For instance, increasing the vocal ability of a child by singing songs, develop the fine gross motor skills by the usage of instruments, and develop the social skills by interactive music. Nandana, Govinda, Navajana Govinda. See? Welcome to It's fun. It's
Humko Shakti Man Vijay Dusro. In my opinion, the breakthrough discovery at Sampurna has been about the impact of music therapy on the self-esteem and self-development and emotional regulation of the child. We've seen some fantastic results here, and I believe that the future of music therapy lies in proceeding in developing this further?
It's a